For a club like Atletico Madrid, he managed to worry Barcelona and Real Madrid winning 2 La Liga titles. Charlie, you can't disagree with this. I don't know.
2 La Liga titles in 13 years.
It doesn't matter the time.
Debate Arena Sports Edition is recorded at the premises of Big League Sports and Games Lounge. Locate Big Leagues at Osu for a wonderful sports bar experience. Debate Arena Sports Edition is sponsored by Game Pack Games. Head on to their website www.gamepackgames.com and play for some big wins. Game Pack Games, more moolah, more power.
Charlie, we meet again.
Oh, we meet again.
I think the last time we met, we did a lot of agreeing.
Yeah.
Really this time.
Today we have to beg to differ. Yeah, there will be a lot of differences and disparities.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, Charlie.
Gareth Bale had a better La Liga career than Neymar. Do you agree or disagree?
Keep the ball rolling. Get it rolling.
But why do you
I'll
disagree?
prove to you why I disagree. Get it rolling.
Okay, so me personally, I feel between Neymar and Gareth Bale, I think they both came to La Liga. I think Neymar came before Bale.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I'm picking Bale over Neymar in La Liga because I feel Neymar came from South America, came from Brazil. Their style is similar to that of Spain. They like to play the free-flowing football, tiki-taka, everything is quite similar. But for Bale, he came from the Premier League. The Premier League, I think, between the Premier League and La Liga, there's a value difference.
Well,
How they move the ball and everything. So Bale had to adapt. And I think he adapted very well.
are we making excuses for
Oh,
Bale?
no, I'm not making an excuse.
Okay.
I'm telling you why I
Okay.
think he had a better La Liga career than Neymar. Relax, let me explain. See,
This is going to be very long, but let's go on.
so there's a reason. So Bale had to adapt, and he adapted very well. He had over 80 goals in you can say 7 years. He had over 80 goals, had over 40 assists also. His impact on the Real Madrid team was telling. Everybody saw it. Won 2 La Liga titles, I should say. And I think for me, slightly edges Neymar.
Well, completely disagree because Neymar spent only 4 seasons in La Liga.
Nobody forced him to leave.
That's not the focus of the conversation, but
Nobody
Neymar
forced him
spent
to
only 4 seasons in Barcelona. Had about 70 goals, 68 goals apparently, and then 30.
You were saying something.
And then 30 assists.
Why
He
he has
has
the goals?
110 goal involvement in 123 appearances. 4 seasons in La Liga, 2 titles. You spent 7 years in La Liga, you have 2 titles. In the 15-16 season when Lionel Messi got injured for about 3 or 4 months, carried the team on his shoulders with Suarez. And anytime he came edge to edge with Bale in Clásicos, he often dominated than Bale.
What did Neymar do in his first season?
In his first season. In the first season, Barca won trophyless, but even in La Liga, he still had double figures.
But Bale adapted quickly. Although Real Madrid also didn't win La Liga. But Bale's first season and Neymar's first season, Bale was ahead.
The numbers were just a few. Can we also talk about the 15-16 season? Where Bale had a little around 18-19 goals and Neymar was more than 20 goals in La Liga.
The thing about Bale is that he wasn't often fit.
You're making excuses for Bale. You're making excuses for Bale.
Injuries affected
If you
him.
wanted to even talk
But-
about outside La Liga, perhaps we could even consider. But in La Liga,
80
Neymar was
goals
a better player.
Coming from the Premier League to La Liga.
In
How
7
many-
seasons.
How many?
Let's
how
strike
many-
an average
how
of
many-
80 goals
how
in
many
7
Premier League
seasons.
Players are able to adapt quickly to La Liga and become influential, even at a club like Real Madrid. Recently, we are seeing Jude Bellingham, fine, fantastic. But before Bellingham, there was Gareth Bale. Yes, so
I think-
got him to
When we're talking about adaptation on the part of Bale, he was one of the best players in the Premier League before moving to Spain.
But it's still difficult.
So we can't
You have to
make
admit-
excuses
you have
for
to
him.
admit it's still difficult. Coming from
Look at the record
Coming from
signing.
the-
Look at how much Real
football.
Madrid paid to bring him in. Are we going to make excuses? How long did we want to wait for Bale to
Barcelona paid
adapt?
more for Neymar.
They did pay a lot for Neymar
Right,
as well.
so
But
you compare
Neymar
the
made
guys.
more of a difference in La Liga
One could also
than
argue-
Bale
I
did
could-
in La Liga in
I
that
can
period.
argue
He
that-
spent
I can
less
argue that
seasons. Yes.
Neymar had Messi and prolific
Oh,
Suarez.
Bale had Ronaldo, he had Bale, he had that great Real Madrid team. It's equal. It's equally commendable. So I think Neymar was the best.
On agreeing table.
No. Neymar was the better player in La Liga. Oh, La Liga EA Sports. Currently called EA Sports Move for Santander. I think Neymar
No,
always
I
the better player.
I won't disagree on this topic. I will I still stand. And like Neymar, Neymar is one of my favorite players.
I also think Gareth Bale is one of
I'm
the
a
richest
Barca fan,
British
but
players, but I don't think
I'm
if
not
we're
rooting-
talking
I'm
about
not
the
rooting for
Champions
Neymar.
League in essence, Neymar just has one, and then Bale has a lot of them. He has about 5 titles, and so if we want to talk about the Champions League or in the broader sense, Bale could be the better
Flawless.
player. But if we're looking at La Liga specifically, oh no, he spent only 4 years in La Liga. In 123 games or so, he had about 110 goal involvements. That's almost a goal or assist per game.
Bale had more than the goal involvements.
Bale had more because he played more games. He played 7 seasons in La Liga. You know he played 7 seasons. And I played 4 seasons. And we have almost the same goal contributions. We have the same number of titles. It's obvious. Neymar is a better player in La Liga. Let's move to the next thing.
Diego Simeone has overachieved with Atletico Madrid. Do you agree or disagree?
Why do you disagree? Tell me.
Pretty straightforward. I would want you to come in first, but I think the crucial word and the crucial phrase in the statement or whatever we're talking about is the fact that has he overachieved? Has he done so much more, so far more than we could ever think he could in his time at Atletico?
No,
He spent
when Diego Simeone took charge in
2011,
what
the
was
summer
your
of
expectations?
well
Were you expecting him to win 2 La Liga titles? Go to
in
2
13
Champions-
years.
to go to 2 Champions
That
League
is
finals?
heavily
No,
contextual.
for-
He's had a
for-
really good players
for-
in his time as well. Atleti have also produced some good players.
compared to the big clubs.
It is just the
Compared
summer
to
he
the-
took charge is the summer
compared
where
to the
Aguero
big
leaves.
clubs.
They make good money.
Compared to the big clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, who have the big pockets, who are spending huge sums of money.
Let's talk about the competition even in Spain. Apart from Real Madrid and Barcelona, sometimes the competition from Sevilla. Atletico are not really going to be competing with so many sides in a quest to win La Liga, and you know it. So if you say you won 2 La Liga titles, credit to you, that's great. But in a 13-year period,
this argument is not restricted to
La Liga, okay, fine. If
Champions, no, relax.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. Compared to those who have the money, who are spending big. Diego Simeone, since he took over, who is his highest paid player? Who is his biggest transfer? Or the player he spent the most money on?
I think it was João Felix. I think
João
120 million euros.
Yeah. Compare that to even recently what Chelsea did in the transfer window, bringing the likes of Enzo and Co. Over 200
So he has
million.
overachieved
You think-
because of a
you
lack of
think
funds.
There's going to be there has been one transfer window that Simeone has spent more than 200 million.
No, that's often
Yeah, so
impossible.
you have to
But
give him
that
a
is
credit.
often the
After
case fabulously
won
well.
Two Europa League titles.
The
For a
reason
club like Atletico Madrid, he managed to worry Barcelona and Real Madrid winning 2 La Liga titles. Charlie, you can't disagree with this. I don't know.
two
why
La
you
Liga
disagree?
titles in 13 years.
It doesn't matter the time. What I'm saying is, Diego Simeone is not managing a club like Barcelona or Real Madrid.
That is true. There's no
10 La
doubt
Liga
about
titles
that.
in a row. No.
But has he overachieved?
of course, looking at
He
the
won
club,
2
looking at
Champions
the
League
club-
finals and you've lost all to Real Madrid.
Did you know? No, I'm saying that Atletico Madrid.
Yep.
Atletico Madrid before Simeone took over. Were you confident in yourself that he can even achieve what he's achieved now? Let's be honest
At the
with
initial
ourselves.
stage in
Let's be
2011, we
honest.
didn't think he would do that much. But Atleti have really attracted
And
more, have really
everything-
had good players coming to the side. Let's talk about the identity of the coach on the pitch. Let's talk about the style of play. Let's talk about the impact
everything
he's
about
made
Atletico
in the
Madrid
game.
now,
What part of his play is so
Everything
little.
about Atletico Madrid now is because of Simeone.
That is true, of course.
Yes, he's the boss.
But that's what he's paid to do. That's his job.
Are you,
That's his job. Let's be realistic. That's his job.
Things.
That's his job. In a 13-year period, won 2 La Liga. Yes, he has 7 titles in 13 years. I think that's good and that's commendable. I think he's done good enough, but realistically, I don't think he's overly achieved at Atletico de Madrid. I think even the 2013 league title they won, the 13-14 season, if VAR existed, that final match when they took on
yeah,
Barcelona,
yeah.
they wouldn't have won the league. And you know it.
if-
You know that they wouldn't have won La Liga in
I didn't
2013.
tell Valo to exist.
We can give credit to them when Luis Suarez came in the 2020-2021 season and Atleti won the league. That was a fine run
So you're
as
saying
well.
If VAR had existed, they
Yeah.
wouldn't have won the league.
In 2013.
So VAR existed and they won it all.
But it didn't exist in 2013, so they didn't win the league.
2020. Oh,
No, in 2021 they won the league. Right?
so what are you saying right now?
No. That's contextual because in the 2013 league season, the final match day of the season, they played Barcelona, and then the goal they scored, Barca even scored. The goal was disallowed. There was a handball call. All of these things were ignored, and you know it. You're a Barca fan. You know it. You can't ignore it. So he's a great coach for Atletico Madrid. Yeah, he's done a lot of good things for them, but he's not overly achieved. He's not done so great. Let's look at the last 3-4 years of Atletico. Look at the good players he's had in. And look at the impact, the style of play, identity, pattern of play, positional play of Diego Simeone. Instead of him trying to entrench himself, emphasize his style and control games, often when they go ahead, he just packs the bus.
The thing is that they are winning. And for a club like Atletico Madrid, you don't expect much from them.
How do you define winning in La Liga with one title in about 10 years?
It doesn't matter. If Sevilla right now wins La Liga, it's a big deal. Atletico Madrid winning La Liga, don't forget they won the league twice, and in all 2 occasions. A certain Lionel Messi was in La Liga. Bro, don't understand.
They had good players. They had David Villa coming from Barcelona. They had Luis Suarez coming from Barcelona for them. They have Saul. They've had Griezmann was that they didn't win the league, even though he's still helping them. But they've really had some good players. They had Jan Black. So I think he hasn't overly achieved, although I think he's done well for Atletico Madrid.
Marcello is better than Jordi Alba. Do you agree or disagree?
This is where it looks like obviously you're going to beat me, but let's see. Let's keep the ball rolling. Let's see how.
So you've even admitted. So why?
In essence, when we talk about the skill set and we talk about the impact on the game by Marcello in relation to Jordi Alba, I think obviously everybody will go for Marcello. But the reason why I'm picking Alba is that specifically, or if you look at La Liga Santander or his introduction this time at Barcelona, Marcello started at Real Madrid when? 2006. Yeah. Jordi Alba joined Barcelona in 2012 after winning the Euro. Okay, so he won the European Championships with Spain. He scored in that final. Was really, really influential in that competition, Euro 2012. That is being said. Then he moves to Barcelona. Between his time at Barcelona, in his first season, to his last season at Barca, no fullback in Europe, top 5 leagues, has had more assists than him. True or false?
Whether it's true or whether it's false. But as you said, Marcello started when?
In 2006 with Real Madrid in Spain.
Do you know the player Marcello was brought into the place?
I do know that Real Madrid did have. Okay, they had control of Marcello, but 2006 the left back. Okay, Roberto Carlos. Carlos was, yeah.
So it tells a lot about the kind of player Marcello is.
Because he replaced Carlos.
No, it's not about.
If that's the point you're making, I'm not saying he's not a great player, but if that's the point you're making.
They brought him from Brazil.
Yeah.
Young star.
Yeah.
To come and replace Roberto Carlos. And what did he do?
He went on to do great things, but he had a very long.
He ended up replacing Carlos, and he played in different eras.
Yeah.
2006, the style of football was different.
So we can't admit that Marcelo's time at Madrid compared to Jordi Alba's time at Barcelona or in La Liga or in Europe, there's a disparity in terms of numbers because Marcello spent more time than Jordi Alba. Can we admit that fact?
You want to use the numbers game, but relax. My argument is not based on numbers or assists, or if you're going to go purely based on assists, you can say, oh, Alba had a lot of assists.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you because he had Messi.
I'll also tell you that Marcello was also a great player because he played in a great Real Madrid team that had Cristiano now.
At the time Marcello came up at Real Madrid, the Galacticos era was fading
away. Yeah.
They were struggling.
Yeah.
But he stayed consistent. And even when they changed coaches, remember at the point he nearly lost his position to control. But what did he do? He fought back, relax.
Okay.
He fought back. He didn't leave like the way Baldi has retired.
Jordi Alba didn't leave because Baldi retired. He left because he wanted to leave Barcelona.
Baldi sacked them, Marcello stayed. He fought for the position, and at the end of the day, he won it.
Yeah, he did.
3 piece. Do you think
it's an easy thing?
Oh, it's an easy thing.
Jordi Alba has also won a Liga in the 3 piece as well.
I don't care. The Champions League is always
superior. I think Marcello also ends his Real Madrid career with the most titles as a Real Madrid player.
Fantastic.
So I think we should give credit to him.
You know this. Why you disagree?
Sergio Ramos and Varane duo better than Puyol and Pique duo. Do you agree or disagree?
Let's settle this immediately.
So, I don't know, but I don't know. This.
Why is starting with I don't know?
This is funny.
It's always going to be on the three-peats.
Because, of course,
Okay.
I can't mention their partnership without mentioning the three-peats.
Of which, for most or the initial parts of the three-peat, they had Pepe as one of the crucial centre-backs in Real Madrid at the time.
But I'm looking at from this point of view. How many years is Puyol and Pique played together?
For about 4 or 5 years together.
It wasn't 4 or 5 years. Like, Pique came in 2009.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
And
Puyol was
even at the
fading out.
time,
Yeah.
After 2011, Puyol was
After 2011-12, he wasn't
dead.
He wasn't dead.
The
He wasn't dead.
The
legs were gone, but he was still a decent defender in 2012. You can say 2014 he was
at
gone.
the time, Pique was partnering Marcello.
Pique was passing Mascherano.
Mascherano,
Yeah.
So the key component of the Barcelona defense was Pique and Mascherano. Puyol was long gone. He wasn't even considered.
The reason why we're not talking about La Liga or Barcelona alone.
In general.
We're talking about the partnership of Puyol and Pique.
I
They won the World Cup together. True or false? They won. This is why we say, put your World Cup on the table. So should I move it back for you? Should I move it here for you? They won the World Cup together.
But it is not Varane and Ramos fault that they are not both from the same.
Oh, now you're making excuses. Keep making excuses for these players. The World Cup is bigger than any Champions League trophy.
Varane has a World Cup. Yeah. And Ramos also has a World Cup. If you are going to use the World Cup, put your World Cup on the table. They can also put their World Cup.
We're talking about the partnership.
No, but
not an individual.
That's what I'm saying. It's not their fault that they were not both from the same countries.
But this goes into Puyol and Pique's favor.
I'm saying they didn't play for long.
Fine.
Personally, I feel Varane and Ramos played for a long time, won the three-peats, were more solid than Pique and Puyol.
Solid in terms of?
In terms of defense.
In terms of defense, the numbers do not favor Varane and Ramos more than Pique and Puyol. You know that. Yes, let's be realistic. And we want to mention the titles being won. Puyol has a fair amount of Champions League titles. Puyol has a fair amount of Champions League titles like Pique. But just that.
How many Champions League titles did Pique and Puyol win?
Between the two of them, they have about 5. That is not 5 each. Between the two of them.
No. Their partnership.
How many
Champions
Fine.
League produced?
In the 2008-9 season. One. In the 2010-11 season was Mascherano.
Fantastic. The game is over.
It's not over.
The game is over, please.
But realistically, I don't think the two of them did play for Spain. They won the Euros, they won the World Cup. The two of them.
I'm not saying their partnership is bad or anything.
But I still think that three-piece, that run by Real Madrid, was spectacular. But I do think the 15-16 season, the first run, they did have Pepe, even in the 16-17 season. And so Pepe would always complement the partnership. Should one of the partners be tired? Mascherano at some point. So I think it's a fair balance. And I would go with Puyol and Pique.
I think whichever side you decide to go, it's fair. I feel Varane and Ramos were superior because they won the three-peats.
Yeah,
and
that's
had
an
more
impeccable
game time between themselves.
Yeah, more game time. Yeah. That's really.
But Puyol and Pique, Puyol wasn't really available when Pique was at his peak.
Puyol was fading out. It was those final years. Yeah.
So, bro.
Yeah.
Cheers. Oh, you know the cheers on water. Maybe another episode.
Yeah.
Give me something nice.
Something nice. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. So it's always a pleasure speaking to you, bro. And we hope that, like we always say,
disagree plenty.
Yeah, hopefully our club can do something better in the coming years.
I'm not supporting any club.
So now you departed from Barcelona?
Fabulous, sort of. That's my club.
We live to fight another day. Yeah. All right.